Welcome back to Cleftlan Nights. This is the never-ending story that takes place in many alternate worlds. Disclaimer, a lot of the art I use for this video and a lot of the characters that we use for our stories are other people's creations. They're owned by them. And we have some of our own. We use theirs for fun. And this is for the gaming that took place 13 February 2018. This is our 54th episode. This was gamed face-to-face over at Joel's. And two guys even joined via Google Hangouts. So, thankfully. And so, where we last left our heroes. Well, where we last left our heroes in Cleftlan, it's still very late in the evening, day 2, north of Cleftlan at the Inn of the Stronghold. Washington's security team had just been attacked by Strath and his security team of elves. Washington's security team is made up of Alex Prentiss, Brandon Kranova, Hans Kaiser, Yu Hunyu, Alora Clendathu, George Washington, Lorenzo Theory, Mei Lee, Rune Stone, and Sam Knoxville. Strath's security team is made up of Elion Terrayara, Fig Dewdrop, Halanor Glenrees, Mila Sarkalin, Strathmore, Vardane, and Varan Adriley. I gotta get used to saying these words. Brandon disappears into the Bloodstone, and seeing this, Lorenzo takes Hans and George and escapes via pipe magic into the inn. Alex sees that May rolls away in a barrel. Alex, Hans, and Lorenzo see that inside the stable it's really dark, so they're scared to go in. But Hans uses his gravity powers to reverse his polarity and returns back to the stable and finds that the rest of his team has been defeated, knocked out. He uses a flashlight on his forehead. Anyways, from his cell phone, some suit cell phone thing. Got questions to ask. Strath stuns Hans with his laser rifle. The battle continues on as Sam and Brandon return via Hans' Bloodstone, and now awake Yu joins the fight. Outside, Lorenzo, after trying to use his growth spell to be able to attack these elves, he gets stunned, and Sam uses his wall to protect Brandon and Yu and pushes it up against Strath. Han is knocked out and is after he's been knocked out, he goes into the Bloodstone. Yes, it's a big battle, and it's going to take a while to game Cleftlan. So we leave there and go to Earth 10.3. We're still on 30 May 1993 on Bella De Nico, where we last left our heroes. Eclipse, Guardians, Infinity, Pantheon, and the Titans were attacked by Amal Farouk, the entity known as Shadow King, as they attend the wedding reception of Tempest and Rogue at Herc's Hideaway. The Guardians are made up of Connor Kent, Laura Kinney, Monet St. Croix, Prince T'Challa. Infinity is made up of Frank Corso, Hercules, John Jones, Lenia Petrovna, Merlin, Owen Reese, and Zana. Pantheon is made up of Carter Ritz, Gray Ritz, Sam Corso, Tempest Odison, Xander Prentiss, Cindy Moon, Holly Day, Megan Moores, and Rogue. The Titans are made up of Monica Cerbella, Angelica Jones, Billy Batson, Jamie Madrox, Cara Zarell, Peter Parker, and Priscilla KTN. Eclipse is made up of Alex Prentiss, Archer, Johnny Blaze, Kyle Rayner, Nico Manuru, Rachel Roth, and Ren. Farouk immediately stuns most of the reception group, and some of them barely conscious. Infinity is left untouched. Infinity is protected by the cubed event. After Carter wakes up and realizes the danger, he brings all the Time Lords in the area to him, raising them to consciousness and healing them. Connor flies out. Connor, not Carter. Connor flies out of Herc's hideaway, attacking Farouk, and shortly after Hercules attacks. And Farouk continues to shape-shift Rachel's body, going through incredible pain for her, and making the extra 2 eyes, making her look like Trigon, her father. Merlin then teleports the remaining unconscious teammates and students back to the resort. Carter and Frank in Stop Time discuss what to do with Farouk. They notice while in Stop Time that much of his powers were away from the body of Rachel on the astral plane sort of thing, which they could notice so much easier in Stop Time. I can't explain it. So Carter and Frank decide to put a time bubble on Farouk. And so when time starts back in, again, except for the time bubble around Farouk, Ghost Rider brings Nico to the possessed body of Rachel. Alex returns from Gotham with Rachel, and I'll tell you about what happened in Gotham in a minute. Rachel's soul is mixed with his. Upon arrival, he is attacked by dark versions of Kara and Holly, Kryptonians beating the heck out of him. And he tries to use his mystic Iron Fist to fight back. Then dark versions of Alex and Gabriel Summers attack him, something he can't do anything about. And to top it off, Jamie and his multiple men, other versions of him, kick him while he's on the ground, beat the heck out of him. So Alex is going through that. But Rachel's soul goes back to her body, and she pushes to push Farouk out, which doesn't happen. But meanwhile, Nico is planning to use the Staff of One to banish Farouk, which happens to send him and the body of Rachel to the Savage Lands. No way. And so after the battle, Carter heals badly injured Holly because she was punched by the Iron Fist. Could have killed her. Eclipse begins to leave and head to the Savage Lands. So where we last left our heroes in Gotham, at the Church of Czar, Alex was with Rachel hiding in the closet. She's hiding, her soul is hiding in the closet in the room where she grew up. Alex talks her into he talks to her soul that's in the closet, and he convinces her to leave the closet and merge her soul with his. And he uses Rachel's soul form to send them back to Bella De Nico after she's merged with him. And where we last left our heroes of a Mega Dawn on the Federation space station Serenity in the Vega System. They saw the Pride go through customs and they began touring the station. It is made up of Marcus Lord, Clark Kent, Hal Jordan, Jean Grey, Madison Jeffries, Aurora Monroe, and Wanda Lenshaw. Clark, Marcus, and Jean continue their tour of Serenity, and they begin their tour, and they find out from Hal, Aurora, and Wanda, who are hanging out together, that there's this giant statue of Marcus Lord in Founders Park. And while they're doing that, Madison is merging with Serenity's security system, and he finds that he can go anywhere in that place. It's a pretty open game for him. And so where we last left our heroes of Outsiders in LA, they had dropped off the Pridelings, the children of the Pride. Outsiders are made up of Chris Ritz, Cassie Sandsmark, Julian Keller, Carolina Dean, Molly Hayes, Tim Drake, and Victor Mancha. The team takes a break at the beach in Santa Barbara. That's pretty much it for our gaming this week. That's it for our gaming this week, guys. If you like our content, hit like below. Even if you listen to it, just hit like. Hopefully you can think of some questions and put it in the comments. And if you really want to, subscribe. That would be really cool. We're going through multiple different worlds and different changes with people moving around, and I got to play with people on Google Hangouts, and that's great. So anything you can do to support the home team, Cleftlan Knights. So happy trails, fair winds, and following seas.